Thank you, Joyce Collins. And whoa, I think we need to give a great big hand to all the readers, the featured readers, just amazing. So, that's a hard act to follow, but we're going to try, and we're going to kick it off with Tom of the 10,000 Things. Tom.
Try and see a poet giving value for your time. Try and see a poet giving value for your mind. Adrian Mitchell said most people ignore most poetry because most poetry ignores most people. So this poem has got you in mind. And you don't know how addictive you are, you gather now, but these are invitations that you can refuse. The first is, of course, the secret reading tomorrow night, which is at the Austin Java, which starts about 6:30, and the house is full of young people, fresh hatched from the slam. It's the only second time this has happened, and it will be, if it continues, it will be a miracle. At the same time, there's a screening for the people of the 60s of the George Harrison film Wonderwall at the Green Man Coffee House. The invitations are on the table there for you, but that's at the same time. So if you can bilocate, you can do the Wonderwall film with George Harrison soundtrack and the young people's slam poetry. On it's Cherrywood Coffee Shop, 38 and a half. Jack, I'm floundering up here without you, man. I'm floundering. I need you, yeah. So we're going to make it musical. Ezra Pound said, if a poem doesn't have music, it's not poetry, it's just words. So. Because George Harrison was born, and we want to celebrate his birth rather than his departure, and that will be at the Skylark Lounge. I can see it now on Airport Boulevard. And that's from 6 to 9 p.m. But you can't stay all the time because you know what's happening? Spoken and Heard is happening at the Kickback Coffee Shop, which is a place where people spontaneously erupt, converse and worse, and people have been known to enjoy themselves so much that they have made this a venue primary for the Austin International Poetry Festival, which will be April 3 to 6. But on Sunday night from 7 to 10, anything can happen, but you're bereaving the George Harrison birthday, and the Recycle Reads, and Pete Seeger's memorial, so you think, I'm hungry for more. So on Monday night, you go down to 720 Red River, because on that night, which may be the very last time that venue is open, he's suing the landlord, but he's been evicted. Poets. The Austin Salon Poetic, in the middle of a thrash heavy metal, tattooed parlor, erupts with poetry from 720 Red River till they throw us out and the bands come on and everyone splits on the floor. And then you say to yourself, I want more. Which brings you to Tuesday of next week. Now remember, we have left February long behind us. We've entered the Ides of March. So on Tuesday, where normally we would go down to the south to Maria's Taco Express, on the first Tuesday they have bingo. We can't go there. We go north, where the strip malls live and the franchise has meaning and dimension. We go to Spinner's Cabaret, and we amuse them. I'm talking about the Jamaican bartender who stands behind the bar and listens to the poets, and he says, I can do better than that, man. I tell you stories, and he tells us stories, and we tell him stories, and everybody is so happy. And Louise takes pictures to show it really happened. Now, I want to say there's something on Wednesday, but there's nothing on Wednesday. But Thursday, come down to San Marcos for Wake the Dead, because that place is really worthy of its name. Once a month, that's San Marcos' claim to fame. And of course, we start the cycle again. Friday, Green Man. Saturday, Full English Cafe. And that's just the beginning. Your participation is addictive. You're here now this evening. Let the Ides of March begin. Come to everything.
The photo with the two rocks that hasn't made its way back.
I got right here. Just go right there. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, okay. Hey, thank you, Thom&Jack. Hey, exciting place to be. Is Austin exciting or what? Okay.
Let me do a real quick show.